to the stereotype machine, where a paper mache matrix, or map, is made. This cardboard map is a mold of the type pages. The map is formed into a curved shape. It is then sent by conveyor to the foundry. The metal press plates are cast from the stereotype map for use in the printing operation. The curved plate is cast. Trimmed. Cooled. And sent to the press room. The plates are locked onto the press, one plate for each 2 pages in the paper. The presses gather speed, printing, folding, and turning out papers at the rate of 1,500 per minute. From press to mailroom to truck. That's right. All that in just 20 minutes. Less time than it takes you to watch this entire film. It's an operation of speed and of great size. Newsday uses 200 tons of paper a day and 800 gallons of ink. But with the size and speed, it's a quality operation. On 6 different occasions, we've received the AIR Award for typographical excellence.
Newsday, in order to meet the heavy and increasing costs of publication, must be a successful business enterprise. The man who sets the paper's policies and plans and directs all operations is Captain Harry F. Guggenheim, president and publisher of Newsday. He presides over quarterly and special meetings of the board of directors and over weekly meetings of the executive staff, where operations are reported and policy decisions are made. He established the policy under which sound employee compensation and benefit plans with fine working conditions make Newsday a good place to work. Business assistant to the president and the man responsible for control of all funds and financial records is Harold Ferguson, business manager and comptroller. He directs activities of the accounting department, preparation of financial statements, budgets, and tax returns. He directs building maintenance and service, alterations and expansions of plant facilities. The business manager buys newsprint and equipment, conducts labor negotiations, and is responsible for operation of the employee's retirement plan. A major source of any newspaper's income is from the sale of advertising space. Newsday's advertising department sells lineage. In charge here is Ernest Levy, the advertising director.
You know, actually, Newsday is Long Island. It pulls all our towns and villages and unincorporated areas together into one huge community, comprising America's 4th city. Diversity and distance creates special problems for our business people, so that they have to do a special kind of selling job. And we on Newsday help them to do that in a special way. Today, Long Island is America's new major market with the highest spendable income per household in the nation. The best market in the country for people with something to sell. Newsday is Long Island's marketplace, and that's why we carry more advertising than any New York City daily. Long Island doesn't have an uptown or a downtown. There is no other side of the tracks here. We've got hundreds of modern retail districts that combine to make Long Island one of America's top metropolitan shopping areas. Long Island is a community and market on wheels. This gives the Long Island shopper and shopping a unique character. Once it was all a problem of distance, but Newsday solved that. Through its great volume of advertising, Newsday became the shop window of Long Island, and the force that pulls Long Island's business community together, saving our readers time, and money, and effort.
But being a member of a community means more than just doing your job and going home. Newsday has found some unique ways to serve Long Island. For instance, there's the annual Adopt a Family program. We had our first appeal just before Christmas, 1951. Charitable and welfare agencies supplied us with the names of 28 needy families. Without revealing their identities, we told our readers about their misfortunes. Today, we handle nearly 200 cases every year, and our readers' response has been overwhelming. We have more donors than recipients. The main purpose of Newsday's Public Service Department is to broaden the paper's role as a good citizen. Our activities run from providing helpful public service booklets for Long Islanders on a variety of subjects to campaigning for the preservation of historic landmarks.
Newsday's annual Eastern Bowling Tournament is one of the largest in the country. Each week, thousands of Long Island high school students study free copies of Newsday's weekly review in their current events classes. And every year, hundreds of Long Island high school boys and girls compete in Newsday's high honors competition for the Alicia Patterson Memorial Scholarships. Within 3 hours after the tragic death of President Kennedy, Newsday published and distributed a special 8-page extra on the assassination free as a public service to its subscribers. Awards for public service are among the many journalistic honors won by Newsday over the years. Every department of Newsday works to make the paper a good citizen, from editorial right on through to the circulation department. Jack Mullins, the circulation manager.
Just in case you're wondering how the circulation department helps to build Long Island, remember we have over 6,000 of the best carrier boys in the country. Our well-rounded carrier advancement program is preparing these boys to be the leaders of tomorrow. With the delivery of a Newsday route comes the responsibility, business experience, and self-expression which will serve them well in their adult lives. This is the crucial final link in Newsday's communication job. This is where Long Island's great distances are conquered. To show our appreciation, we have established Camp Newsday, a camp where our honor carriers spend a great week each summer. The Newsday Carrier program is considered a model for the rest of the nation. Newsday is essentially a home-delivered paper, so that everything that comes before does not mean a thing without the Newsday Carrier Boy.
Newsday has a strong publisher in Harry Guggenheim, who sets and directs the paper's policy in his daily editorial conference with Mark Etheridge, Newsday's distinguished editor. Captain Guggenheim and his wife, Alicia Patterson, felt from the beginning that there was more to Long Island than village lines. So Newsday did what it could to help Long Island grow. And the paper itself grew with the island. Today, it is as diverse as the area it serves, from the New York City line to Montauk Point. Before her death in July 1963, Miss Patterson told how Newsday had grown.
We are faced with the added responsibility that comes from growing up. To meet these new responsibilities, we have expanded our coverage in news and public service, and in the interpretive stories of the problems that face us here and abroad. For Newsday is many things to many people. To some people, our newspaper is a quick summary of what's been happening in the world. To some, it's a way of passing the time pleasantly. To others, it's a disappointment in the third race. To still others, it's a shop window with 100 miles of shops. But most of all, we are the town forum, where men and women can exchange ideas.
Distance and diversity. From an elegant restaurant on the North Shore of Nassau to Main Street in Sag Harbor. From Manhasset Bay to Jones Beach. Preserving the old and building the new. The new Long Island, America's fastest growing city.
Since its first issue in 1940, Newsday has been an independent, alert, and hard-hitting newspaper. It has grown in influence and in readers. Much of the credit for Newsday's success must go to the energy, ability, and personality of my late wife, Alicia Patterson. Working together, we built a staff able to produce a good newspaper. I intend to continue to publish the same kind of paper. To be successful today, a newspaper must contain all the elements of the best journalism to fill the needs of modern newspaper readers. But beyond that, it must inspire complete confidence in its integrity. The publisher must be above the reach of individuals and political parties, and his personal ambition must be directed solely to honest journalism. The publisher's responsibility is to keep his entire newspaper fair as well as forceful, gay, interesting, educational, and helpful to its readers. He must expose wrong and endlessly fight the abuse of power in whatever high or low place it lurks. That will continue to be the aim of the publisher of Newsday.
And that's how the news gets to Long Island.